Otsuyu births 5 pups and raises them, supported by her twin sister Odashi. Otsuyu, 4 years old, is a mother of 3. Her pups are Wasabi, Namida, and Tororo. Her husband, Oage, persistently stays alone and continuously prefers to live his solitary life, even after having 3 cubs. This is her 3rd time getting pregnant and has almost reached her final trimester. She is getting jittery, meaning she is on the brink of giving birth. Will her labor be smooth? And will she receive adequate support from her husband this time? Or does she still need to rely on Odashi? She's in the initial stage of labor, and towels have been spread out to provide a comfortable space to deliver her cubs. She delivers her first pup at 3 in the afternoon. She then nurses her newborn baby girl for some nourishment. After delivering her first cub, she goes to show her baby Otter to her twin sister. But the story doesn't conclude there. Her belly is still big, meaning she still has cubs to deliver. Her second round of contractions begins again. The labor this time was more challenging. Otsuyu squeaks in pain, however there is not much the caretakers can do. Although she rubs her head to show her token of love and support, Otsuyu battles to push the cub through. She eventually grew weary and longed for a break to hydrate herself, to get herself ready to push until she birthed her next pup. Her guzzling down a gallon of water indicates that she is worn out. After this, she nibbled on a piece of cheese. Odashi was getting distressed by the situation. She constantly kept sniffing the caretaker's hands, hoping Otsuyu was doing just fine. Otsuyu curled herself in the towel, completely depleted, squeaking endlessly while trying to push the pup out. After enduring so much pain, she delivered her second pup at 5:30 p.m. Feeling proud of her newly born cubs, cannot stop licking them to clean them up and convey her love. Shortly afterward, the third contraction commences. She yelps in pain. Looking at this poor mama, struggling to even breathe could even melt stone. But she must bear this situation for a bit longer. The greatest achievements demand blood and tears. With the help of the caretaker, she is striving to push through the cub. Otsuyu is a dutiful mother who does not give up so easily. She keeps trying until it wears her out fully. But this time pushing her pup was not as challenging as it was before. At 6:30 p.m. came a baby boy, tiny and seemed healthy. All of her cubs so far are in fine fettle, meaning she was well fed and was under good care at the shelter. Motherhood could be treacherous with no appropriate help, but knowing that Otsuyu was not alone during her pregnancy or birthing soothes everyone. She is now with 3 of her just-born pups. She never fails to nurse her babies on time, considering it is vital for the just-borns to be fed regularly. There is nothing Otsuyu didn't do. She devoted herself entirely to making sure all of her babies were safe and well fed. She even keeps checking on them, ensuring that they are all healthy. She eventually goes through a similar contraction yet another time, this time for her 4th cub. The 4th pup doesn't seem as strong as the others. He appears small and weak, struggling even to feed for milk. Despite squeaking louder, he required artificial nursing due to his small size. As challenging as labor sounds, nursing and nurturing children is just as demanding, considering the family will be growing eventually. But Otsuyu has Odashi, her twin sister, who is just as involved, and they are also under the constant watch of the shelter. She enjoys little playful moments with her cubs, With 4 cubs now, the family is expanding with the accountability equally growing. With sheer responsibility and dedication, Otsuyu gave birth to her final cub at 8:20 p.m. She hydrated herself once again, after going through 5 contractions and birthing that lasted over half a day. Although she was exhausted, she incessantly tended to her young ones. Otsuyu enjoys her little ones. Her unreserved commitment to her birthing says it all. She as a mother also raised her other 3 pups well. The help she received from the shelter and her twin sister has aided her greatly in raising her expanding brood. Now she has 5 more babies to care for. Although it seems like a tremendous task, she has supportive hands around to show unconditional love and support. Otsuyu and her family receive excellent care at the shelter. However, when we envision all the other mama otters, like Otsuyu, abandoned in the wild, they must withstand such horrendous circumstances all alone, without proper diet and nutrition. This sheds light on how important animal shelters are. Adequate funding must be allocated to establish shelters everywhere and take care of the animals in need. As for Otsuyu, she is now doing great with her family, cubs, and her twin sister. The shelter has dedicated all its efforts to reinforcing equal care and protection for every animal wanting help. What are your thoughts on Otsuyu's story and her pregnancy journey? Knowing that her family is doing great and properly fed with nourishing food gives a rosy ending to this story. Do you think Otsuyu wouldn't have been able to nurture the babies as much as she could in the shelter? Or do you agree that Otsuyu is innately brave and dedicated? Let us know in the comments. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe to take part in witnessing many more animal birth wonders and survival miracles, and do not forget to hit the notification bell to stay notified about our explorations in the animal world. Let's together create wonders and embrace the untainted lifestyle of animals. Until then, stay happy because life is utterly amazing.